अस्सलाम वालेकुम VMware VSphere Batch 1 हमारे पास इंटरव्यू नंबर 15 स्टार्ट हो चुका है। हमारे पास मौजूद है यहाँ पर उसामा मोहम्मद। आई रिक्वेस्ट उसामा मोहम्मद that kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me. And basically, I am working as an infrastructure engineer and server specialist in SAP Consulting Services in based in Pakistan. Also, their office in Dubai and in multiple regions. So basically, and uh, I am studying in BSIT from Virtual University and looking after the servers in office network infrastructure.
Okay.
So that's my.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर इंट्रोड्यूसिंग योरसेल्फ उसामा मोहम्मद। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आपको प्रोसीजर समझाऊँ थोड़ा। हमारा जो VMware vSphere कोर्स है ये तकरीबन 1 महीने पहले स्टार्ट हो चुका है। इसमें हमने 7 इंटरनेशनल सर्टिफिकेशन भी ऑफर किए। हर एक सर्टिफिकेशन तकरीबन $200 की है या $100 की इस तरह। तो उस पर जो है ना आपको कुछ पे करना पड़ेगा, तो वो भी आपको 7 जो है ना वो मुफ्त में मिल जाएंगे। सही है। हमारे पास एक
Mm,
सर्टिफिकेट तो लोगों को मिल चुका है, सिर्फ 6 रहते हैं। और हमारे पास जो बेसिकली ग्रुप है ना, ग्रुप में हमारे पास 70 बंदे हैं। तो उसमें वो बंदे भी है जो यानी इंटरव्यू के बगैर आए हैं। तो उन्हें हम सर्टिफिकेट प्रोवाइड नहीं कर रहे, सिर्फ उन्हें कर रहे हैं जो इंटरव्यू दे के आए हैं। तो इसलिए इंटरव्यू का मकसद यही है। अगर आप 50% से ज़्यादा नंबर लेते हो ना, तो ये बात याद रखो, आपको ये जो 6 महीने का कोर्स है ना VSphere, आपको इसका प्राइस पता होगा इस ट्रेनिंग का, तो ये आपको मुफ्त मिल जाएगा। सही ना। अगर 50% से कम, तो फिर आपको ओरिजिनल $300 पे करना होगा। ये लोग 3 महीनों में करवा के बस छोड़ देते हैं, हम 6 महीनों में करवाएंगे। एक एक चीज़ ऑफिशियल कोर्स कंटेंट से पढ़ाएंगे और बिल्कुल बेसिक स्टार्ट करेंगे, बिल्कुल बेसिक से। सही ना। और बिल्कुल आखिरी
ठीक
हद
है।
तक इसमें जाएंगे। सही ना। तो ये 1 महीने पहले स्टार्ट हो चुका है। बेसिकली जितने भी लेक्चर आपसे हुए हैं ना, तो वो मैं आपको पर्सनली सेंड कर दूंगा, आप वो देख लें और नोट्स बनाइए, फिर वो ग्रुप में आपने सेंड करने, मुझे सेंड करने। दूसरी बात क्या
ठीक
है,
है।
बेसिकली इसके टाइमिंग ऐसा है कि फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे 9 PM टू 11 PM 3 दिन क्लास होती है। और 4 दिन की छुट्टियाँ होती है हफ्ते में, यानी आप बिल्कुल आराम से कर सकते हैं, आपका डेली रूटीन इफेक्ट नहीं होगा। सही ना। तो बेसिकली स्टार्ट
Mm.
करते हैं इंटरव्यू को। इंटरव्यू में बहुत ही बेसिक क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे। आपसे 20 क्वेश्चन पूछे जाएंगे, आपने 50% से ज़्यादा लिए तो आप पास हो जाएंगे। सो आर यू रेडी नाउ?
Yeah, I'm ready.
सही है। व्हाट इज नेटवर्क?
Basically, network is a collection of switches, routers, and multiple operating systems of the architecture of something like company or like file server in it and active directory server, multiple users. This is called network.
ओके, व्हाट इज नेटवर्किंग?
Yeah, networking is basically the sharing of files from one computer to another, or something type of routing in a sense.
ओके, व्हाट इज राउटर?
Router is basically uh, a device which can convert your WAN interface IP to LAN and provide us LAN users.
ओके, व्हाट इज स्विच?
Switch is a device which is basically used to enhance our network diagram.
For example, you have options to deploy firewall in your company. For example, you have three options: Fortinet firewall, Palo Alto firewall, and Cisco ASA firewall. So which one you will choose and why? What can be the reason?
Yeah, I will choose a Fortinet because I have worked on Fortinet as well. Um, so basically, Fortinet has many modules that are basically uh, working as a next generation firewall and very efficient in working to with application signatures and backdoors and brute force attacks. So I will choose that.
Yeah, you are right, but you know that these features are also available in Palo Alto, and nowadays the top firewalls are Fortinet and Palo Alto both, but Palo Alto is deployed in the most of the companies. So how you can say this, the Fortinet is better than Palo Alto, like how you can compare this? How you can say that Fortinet is better than Palo Alto? I think it's not. Uh, suitable answer.
Yeah, so basically, I had not worked on Palo Alto. I know that there are many vendors of firewalls, Cisco, Fortinet, for basically there are many other vendors. So I had recently worked on Fortinet, so I suggested Fortinet. If I worked on Palo Alto, then I will check also that.
Okay. What is difference between Nexus and Catalyst switch?
So basically, the Nexus switches are 10G switches of Cisco, and Catalyst switches are 1 gigabit switches.
Okay. Can you tell me that what is difference between WAN and LAN?
WAN is a wide area network. So basically, ISPs are working on that, and LAN is a local area network using in the home or in a small offices like that.
Okay. My next question from you is that, for example, I think you have listened about SDN. So can you tell me that, for example, if I want to describe SDN, so tell me that you have two options. That first option is that this definition is correct. Second option is this definition is not correct. The definition of SDN is that in SDN you manage networking like LAN networking and WAN networking, both technologies, LAN and WAN, by software through software. So is this correct definition of SDN or not?
Uh, so basically, uh, it's not correct, but in a sense, it's correct because it is software defined networking.
Yeah.
Okay, uh, it's basically there is a defined rules that can work on the like a type.
Yes. Through software we manage networking, but my question was that in SDN we manage WAN and LAN both or not?
Yeah, both of them.
Then if both of them, then why the SD-WAN is famous all over the world instead of the SDN? Because in SDN we can manage LAN and WAN both technologies, but in
Hmm.
SD-WAN software defined wide area network. So in
Yeah.
SD-WAN we manage routing like ISPs, router, etc., and WAN technologies. So then SDN is better than SD-WAN. Then why the SDN products are available in all over the world and SDN is not famous? Its products are not famous, and nowadays SDN is famous and popular. What can be the reason?
So basically, SG-WAN is a like a software that can connect the remote users also, and it works geographically. But SGN address uh, networking in a local LAN through local LAN.
No. SDN means software defined networking. So
Yeah, yeah.
in networking, there are two technologies, WAN and LAN both. But in
Mm.
SD-WAN, there is only one technology, WAN. So I think SDN is better. Then why nowadays popular products are like, for example, Silver Peak is the product of SDN by Aruba company, and Cisco product of SDN is known as Viptela, and VMware product of SDN is known as Philo Cloud. So these are famous nowadays. And I didn't hear about the products of any company, any of these companies about the SDN. So I think there is no SDN solutions famous. I think this is deployed but not famous all over the world. Nowadays, SDN is on the top. So why? What can be the reason?
I think it's basically SG-WAN basically works on wireless also, and works like a remote user can also manage that. But SGN can just for enterprise users or like managing software through LAN and the enterprise network.
Okay, like for example, there is a manager of multiple ESXi hosts, like through which we can manage multiple ESXi hosts. So there is known as like vCenter server. So can you
Yes.
tell me that in Microsoft, what can be alternate of vCenter server?
Um,
Just
no, I
just
have not.
just give me the name.
I think Hyper-V.
No, no, Hyper-V is the alternate of ESXi. Through on the top of Hyper-V, we create virtual machines. But I
Hmm.
mean that what is alternate of vCenter server? You are near to your answer.
Hypervisor manager.
Yes, best answer. Good. I think you forgot that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Tell me that, for example, there is the AWS, so of cloud computing best service provider. So tell me that why AWS deployed their for their virtualization they deployed the Citrix solution like Xeon server. Why they didn't deploy the ESXi solution of VMware? Why they didn't deploy the Hyper-V of the Microsoft? Why they choose the Citrix?
Why we choose Citrix basically?
No, no, don't. I mean that why AWS choose the Citrix solution of virtualization, not the VMware, which is the top company of virtualization.
Uh, so basically, it's also a VDI solution and as a software service. Because of that, they are using Citrix.
But this is also available in VMware and Microsoft as well. The virtual desktop infrastructure, like in VMware, there is the solution of desktop virtualization, which is known as VMware Horizon, and there is also the solution of Microsoft for desktop virtualization, which is known as RDS, Remote Desktop Services. So,
Hmm.
how you can satisfy your answer with this?
I think basically it's a secure and self-service access and basically one window solution. So that's why it is using.
No, no, but you know that VMware is more secure than the Citrix because VMware files are like an OVA, OVF, the Linux based. Linux also supports
Hmm.
by VMware ESXi, but Citrix doesn't support like that. So VMware is better because VMware is the first company in all over the world which invented the virtualization solution. So I think they should deploy the VMware solution, but they have choose the Citrix and AWS is on the top in cloud computing. So what can be the reason?
So I think basically Citrix is the open source. That's why.
But VMware is also an open source solution.
Yeah, sorry, I have no idea.
Okay, the best answer can be like you can say that the licensing matters because like VMware license is too much expensive, and when we
Okay.
compare with
Hmm.
the Microsoft license and Citrix license, these are too much not costly solutions. These are too much like lightly solutions, but these are working just like a VMware solution. But I said that VMware is the first company and that is more secure, so that's why its licensing etc. is very costly. You know about that. I think you have worked on this XI etc. We sent a server. You know about Enterprise Plus, which is too much costly. Standard license, Essential Plus. So I think you know about this licensing.
Hmm.
So are these enough to buy for men who can't afford VMware is too much its license is too much complicated and costly. So that's why AWS chooses Citrix. Their licensing is not complicated and not costly. So that's why AWS is on the top. But you know that the second top company in cloud computing is Microsoft Azure. So they deployed the Azure. Azure deployed the Hyper-V because Hyper-V is also Microsoft and Azure is also Microsoft.
Yes, products
So
also.
VMware is not deployed by any cloud computing service provider. If you know, then you can tell me because their licensing matters. Any cloud service provider doesn't deploy the VMware solution because
Hmm.
there is too much complicated license, etc. And you know that VMware decided that no one is going to be ready that deploy the virtualization solution of ESXi. So they did what they did the solution that we will choose the VMware cloud on AWS. I think you hear about it. So they choose like this that we will deploy our own cloud on AWS.
Hmm.
On the top of the AWS hardware, they will deploy their own ESXi solution. So they did this finally because no one was ready to deploy their virtualization solution.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question from you. What is
Hmm.
the difference between client and server operating system?
Yeah, so basically, Windows OS, like Windows 8, Windows 7, and it's basically end users Windows operating systems, and Windows servers, Linux, and these are the server clients, servers basically. So the difference is basically these are the servers, not the end users OS.
Okay. Now I am giving you scenario. There is scenario based question from you. Are you ready for that?
Yeah, yeah,
I am going to share the screen.
yeah, sure.
Look at this scenario. Just don't ignore this one. This one, ignore this one. Okay.
Hmm.
Just look at this one. Now look at this. Don't look at this one, okay? Ignore this also, this one. Just look at these four hardware, okay? On the top of two hardware, we have deployed the vCenter server, and on the top of two hardware, we have deployed the PSC, Platform Services Controller. So tell me that Platform Services Controller do what? What does Platform Services Controller do in this scenario?
Uh, so basically, I think it can authenticate.
Let me give a hint.
Sorry,
Let me give a hint.
authentication of domain.
No, no, no. Let me give a hint to you, okay?
Hmm.
Actually, PSC means Platform Services Controller, which control the services which are common in vCenter server. Like there are three common services which is known as like licensing and single sign-on and VMware Certificate Authority. So these three services are controlled by the PSC. So like this is the function. So I have answered you. So let me ask another question because what I have asked I answered from myself. Let me uh, give you another question in this scenario. Like, look at this. Like, there is are two hardware which are used for external PSCs. So tell me that if we send a server, services would be controlled by PSC. This is the main function of PSC. Then why we need load balancer here?
Yeah, because if one of the PSC controller fail, then it will automatically route to another, or balancing the load of authentication licensing.
Good answer. This was the accurate answer, and I expected this answer. And finally, you reached your answer. Thank you so much. This was the best answer. I were expected from you. Okay, this was very accurate answer.
Hmm.
So my next question from you. Just 12 questions gone and 8 questions left. Okay. So
Hmm.
what is Active Directory? Explain in simple words.
Active Directory is a centralized environment where we can create users and computers.
Okay. My next question from you is that what are the types of records and explain please of DNS domain name server.
Sorry, how many types of?
Records are there in DNS and also explain.
There are two type of record: A record and quad A record.
A record and another.
Quad A record.
So what is the difference? And describe this.
Basically, A record is IPv4 record, and quad A record is IPv6 record. So basically, if server queries, then it will basically goes to IPv4 also and IPv6 also. If there is a only A record exists, then it will
No,
run
but there is a
IPv4.
Basically, there is the two types of records like A record and PTR record. In PTR record, there is the reverse lookup zone in which we.
PTR is a reverse. Yes.
I think you remember now.
Yeah, PTR is a reverse lookup.
Zone record.
It's name to IP, and basically a record works as IP to name.
Yes, yes. The PTR record is in the reverse lookup zone, which works for example, the conversion of name to
IP.
IP. Yes, and
Yeah.
in the forward lookup zone, there is A record or triple A record, which is for converting what IP to name, like domain name. So, am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Am I correct?
A record is basically convert IP to name,
Yes, yes, yes.
and PTR record converts name to IP.
Yes, yes, you are correct.
Yes.
Okay, my next question from you is what is meant by MPLS?
MPL is basically a direct link from region to region or ISP to offices.
Please explain further.
Basically, is a protocol which can switch multiple networks from we have branches in Karachi based and Lahore based. So through an ISP, we can configure a direct link of that. So this is called MPLS. It works like a LAN net.
For example, you have a scenario that there is a network administrator you should hire. Like for example, you are conducting interview of hiring in your company as a network administrator someone. So tell me that what would be the three priorities from you that what would be the three top priorities that you will select on those basis you will select the candidate as a network administrator. So can you tell me the top three priorities in candidate you will find?
Yeah, so basically there will be internet load balancing, security firewall, and LAN and the wireless infrastructure is secure.
But I think it's not a correct practice because you know that as a network administrator, for example, the man who have done CCNA and CCMP, so he don't know about the wireless solutions because it's not about this is the, Ethernet solutions or gigabit etc. These are not like CCNA CCMP. These are the routing and switching topics. There's not the topics of wireless. Like CCMP wireless is another course. So like how you can give the priority of wireless. Wireless is another topic. I didn't pick your answer. How you can prioritize like wireless solution? That the candidate should know about the wireless.
So basically it's easy and easy to configure.
It's easy to configure, but CCMP security or CCMP wireless is another course. But if someone have done CCNA and CCMP routing and switching, then how you can expect from him that he will know about firewall, he will know about what you say that wireless solutions. So how you can do like this?
No, he will not. If he worked on multiple equipments, multiple vendors, so he know how to work, and so basically these are the basics of networking.
No, no, no. You don't understand. For example, the men who have done CCNA and CCMP, for example, in 1 year, for example, and he have done in Eve next generation in GNS3 and in packet tracer. So how he know about the real environment because he hasn't entered and he is the candidate applying for the network administrator job and you're conducting interview. So how you can demand these things from him?
Yeah, I think basically I will offer him that you can do it and you can learn it.
Not satisfied answer. Again. Okay, my next question. If a man who have done work in Tracer and he have done 3 months course of CCNA, so which job you will prefer for him?
I think he will configure routing and switching.
No, no, which job position you will prefer for him?
So basically, IT administrator.
But IT administrator, which one? Level 1, level 2, level 3, which one?
Level 2.
Level 2? How level 2? You know that CCNA, who have done CCNA, they just know about the IGP protocols, RIP, OSP, EIGRP, etc. They don't know about the AGP protocol like BGP, like MPLS, etc. So how you can tell that he can do level 2 job? Level 2 is a senior network administrator.
No, no, sorry. He will do network engineer job.
Which one? Which level?
Uh, I have no idea of level, but I think uh, he have to do network engineer job.
Okay. So, can you tell me your job role that the last three questions I would like to ask in your job?
Sorry.
What is your job role? Tell me that I will ask the last three questions according to your field.
Yeah, basically I am managing network infrastructure, servers, and daily operations like firewall configurations and something like that, router configurations.
Okay, what is the difference between Fortinet and FortiGate?
Basically, Fortinet is a company and FortiGate is its product.
Which product? For what?
FortiGate is their firewall product.
But why people says that this is Fortinet firewall?
Yeah, because it's company name Fortinet.
But why they don't say that FortiGate firewall? Because you said that the product name is FortiGate. So why people
Yeah,
doesn't say FortiGate firewall?
yeah,
Like for example, there's hypervisor of VMware. So I cannot say that VMware hypervisor. I will say E6i hypervisor. So this is the best answer. Then the best answer should be FortiGate firewall, not Fortinet firewall. So why people say that Fortinet firewall?
so
I think
yes,
you
I
understand.
remember that Fortinet changed their name to FortiGate.
Okay. What is difference between on-premises and virtualization?
What is difference?
Between on-premises solution and virtualization solution.
Yeah, basically, the on-prem solution is like a server, physical server solution, and virtual servers are in physical servers. Like we can easily manage that.
For example, I need five laptops, like five machines. So which solution is better?
Uh, can you please repeat the question?
For example, I need five machines. So which solution is better, on-premises or virtualization?
Virtualization,
How?
because it cannot be like a physical servers in one room. It's like a virtual servers which have no physical interface or like no physical machine.
No, but tell me if virtualization is better. And for example, I bought a one machine, I created five VMs. So in place of this in on-premises solution, I will buy five laptops from market. So you said virtualization is better. Then how virtualization is better? Because for accessing five VMs and one physical machine in virtualization, I also need four extra laptops for accessing those four VMs. So how you can say that virtualization is better? Because hardware is also used in virtualization as well.
Yeah, so basically it's secure, and we can manage it from one window.
How it is secure? Because in virtualization there are 10 laptops involved, 4 for accessing and 4 are created as a VM. And on premises there are 5 machines. So we can protect 5 machines easily in place of 10 machines. So how you can say that that is secure? You don't know about this
Yeah. Wordless.
wordless. Okay, my last question from you. That what is difference between architecture and infrastructure?
So basically, in infrastructure, architecture is basically the diagram and the scenario of what the infrastructure will be.
Okay. I request you that kindly count your marks and tell me the final result. Okay? Like count like 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4. Count these.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. Yeah. Yes. 68.
68?
Yeah.
But I think 70. Can you recount it?
No. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's 69.
Yes, yes. You said 68, I said 70. So it's between.
Yeah, it's basically 69.
So congratulations, you have passed the interview with the high score and you have availed 7 international certifications with some price and you have availed 6 months of training of $300 for free of VMware vSphere server and data center virtualization. Congratulations, Osama Muhammad from Pakistan for
Yeah,
passing
thank you.
interview.
Thank you.
And can you tell me that how was the interview?
Yeah, interview was quite technical and not so difficult, but it's quite technical.
Yes, it was just basic questions.
Yeah. So basically, thank you for inviting me.
Yes, but tell me that from where you hear about this and how you were motivated to give interview.
Yeah. So basically, I am in also IT admin network group of LinkedIn. I see that you have posted that you conducted interviews and given them the vouchers. and I am also interested in that, so I contacted you.
Do you know that? Let me show one thing, if you don't mind.
Yes, yes, please, please.
We have started two courses parallelly. One is CCNA and CCNP, and one is VSphere. So in both we gives the vouchers, and you know that uh, basically what was my purpose? My purpose was to give free education because these courses are too much costly, and I don't want pay from someone because you know the Pakistan situation, and due to that no one can afford. So I want to develop a skills for Pakistanis. That's why I decided to start course like this, because if I will say free, then this will not be a valuable course. So I said that I will give you a voucher of this training, like you will not pay for me. Okay, so this is like this one, and let me show you one thing. Look at this. This is CCNA and CCNP paid course, and you know that in this course I have removed these participants in 1 month. You know why? Because
Hmm.
they were the people who were non-serious, who were not attending the classes, and these are the only 8 participants in 1 month, which are filtered participants, which are serious, which takes sessions regularly. So I choose them. But if you look at the VSphere group, this is the group in which I will aid you. On Friday there will be there will be a session, okay? But in this group, you know that no one come to class, and there are 70 participants. I haven't removed them because I didn't follow the rules strictly, because there are many people who told me that you are too much strict and you removed us in the CCNA and CCNP group. So please keep the rules not strict in this group. So that's why no one is serious. So this is the result between the this is the comparison between two groups. that in like for example एक ग्रुप में मैं बहुत ज़्यादा सख्ती से रूल फॉलो करता हूँ, तो उसमें कम बंदे हैं और क्लासेस में सब आते हैं। इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा बंदे क्लास में एक भी नहीं आता, क्योंकि मैं रूल नहीं फॉलो कर रहा था इसमें, तो वो बंदों ने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि यानी रूल ऐसा करो। तो बेसिकली ये कोर्स जो है ना ये इसी तरह का है। इसमें मैं आपको ऐड करूँगा खैर, ये देखो ना, मैं आपको इसका लिंक भेजूंगा, आपने ये ज्वाइन करना है। और
ठीक
बेसिकली
है, ठीक
ये जो है ना इसका सेशन होगा फ्राइडे, सैटरडे, संडे को 9 पीएम से 11 पीएम तक, तो फ्राइडे को इसका सेशन होगा। आप ज्वाइन कर लेना। और मैं आपको क्या करूँगा, मैं आपको जो प्रीवियस ईयर के लेक्चर 11 तक काम हुआ है, मैं आपको वो सेंड करूँगा। आप वो देखिए ना, साथ साथ में नोट्स बनाइए, मुझे सेंड करें, सही ना। और दूसरी बात कि मैं आपको एक बात बताऊँ यहाँ पर,
है। जी जी।
ये देखो, ये सीसीएनए सीसीएनपी कोर्स है ना, इसमें आपको पता है ये हर एक बंदे का, जो मैंने बताया ना कि लोग इसमें सीरियस जो बंदे हैं सीरियस, ये वो लोग हैं, सही ना। ये देखिए आप इसकी परफॉर्मेंस, कितना काम इन लोगों ने किया है, नजर आ रहा है ना, ये इनके काम है।
हम्म।
ये बेसिक नेटवर्किंग का कोर्स है, नजर आ रहा है ना।
हम्म।
तो सीरियस बंदे इस ग्रुप में है। उसमें क्यों नहीं है, क्योंकि मैंने फूल जो है ना, रूल्स जो है ना, रूल्स वो मैंने स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं किए, बेसिकली ये वजह थी। इसमें परफॉर्मेंस भी ट्रैक होता है, ये देखिए असाइनमेंट भी होते हैं रेगुलर, यानी ये बहुत सीरियस ग्रुप है। उसमें नॉन सीरियस लोग हैं ना, ये देखिए अब इसमें हमने ये देखिए 14 लेक्चर्स कवर किए हैं, ये 3 घंटे का लेक्चर है, नजर आ रहा है ना। तो
हम्म।
बेसिकली हमने 50 घंटे प्लस लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड किए एक महीने में, सही है ना। और इसमें 50 से ज़्यादा बंदों को रिमूव किया है जो नॉन सीरियस थे। उसमें मैंने एक एक को भी रिमूव नहीं किया, तो इसी वजह से एक भी क्लास में नहीं आता। इसमें बस 8 बंदे सीरियस रह गए, तो हर कोई क्लास में आता है। अगर मैं आपको दिखाऊँ स्फीयर वाला ग्रुप, तो ये भी स्फीयर में हमने 30 घंटे से ज़्यादा काम किया है। 30 घंटे से ज़्यादा, 11 लेक्चर हुए हैं। 30 घंटे से ज़्यादा हमने क्या किया है, काम किया है एक महीने में। एक बंदे को भी नहीं
हम्म।
निकाला, तो आपके सामने आपने खुद देख लिया कि कोई भी क्लास में नहीं आता, क्योंकि मैंने रूल्स इसमें स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं की, इस वजह से।
सही सही।
आप वैसे खुद बताएं कि आप किस के हक में है, यानी सीसीएनए सीसीएनपी अच्छा चल रहा है कि VSphere, क्योंकि रूल्स किस यानी रूल्स अच्छी चीज़ है कि नहीं आपके ख्याल में?
हाँ, नहीं, रूल्स तो होने चाहिए बिल्कुल ऐसे ही, क्योंकि फ्री में तो कोई भी कुछ नहीं देता।
हाँ ना, अगर रूल्स भी ना हो तो फिर फ्री भी हो, तो फिर लोग जो है ना मस्त हो जाते हैं, वो फिर कहते हैं कि छोड़ो
फायदा
क्लास
नहीं
नहीं
होता,
लेता।
सही कह रहे हैं, ऐसे ही है।
हाँ ना, फिर लोग नॉन सीरियस हो जाते हैं। मगर जब फ्री हो और आप रूल्स लगाते हैं ना, तो फिर अगर वो फॉलो नहीं करते तो मैं उन्हें बाहर कर देता हूँ। तो मसला यही है
हम्म।
कि रूल्स जो है ना अच्छी चीज़ है, मगर बहुत से लोगों ने मुझे रिक्वेस्ट किया, काइंडली सर आप ऐसा ना करें, आप इस कोर्स में कम से कम रूल्स फॉलो ना करें। तो आप खुद बताएं, मैंने उनकी बात मान ली, सही है ना। तो
हम्म।
ये रिज़ल्ट निकला, कोई भी नहीं आता। और जिसमें मैंने उनकी बात नहीं मानी, तो आपके सामने है, हर कोई उसमें आता है। तो बेसिकली इसका स्टार्ट ही ऐसा हुआ है कि उसमें अब कोई भी नहीं आता और उसमें हर कोई आता है। यानी रूल्स की वजह से ना, कि इसमें मैं रूल्स फ़ॉलो करवाता हूँ, उसमें नहीं करवाता। तो बेसिकली आपका जो कोर्स है ना, आप वही बंदे होंगे जो सीरियस होंगे इस ग्रुप में। यानी क्योंकि इंटरव्यूज़ मैंने 14 कंडक्ट किए आपसे पहले, आपका 15वाँ इंटरव्यू है। मगर बात वही है कि अगर आप जो भी कर लेना, जो भी, एक चीज़ फ्री में हो और रूल्स भी ना हो ना आपकी बात जैसे, कि फिर वो लोग सीरियस नहीं लेते ना, अगर वो कितना भी बड़ा कोर्स हो जाए।
हम्म।
तो
ऐसे ही है।
हाँ, बेसिकली यही बात है ना। अब इसमें आप खुद बताइए मैं क्या करूँ कि लोग इसमें आए। बस वही कर सकता हूँ कि रूल्स फॉलो करो। फिर लोग गिला करेंगे कि देखो सर, आप हमने रिक्वेस्ट की, आपने बेशक की, हमें निकाल दिया ग्रुप से।
हम्म।
तो आप इसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे, थोड़ा राय देना।
नहीं, बस यही है कि अगर सही सही तरीके से सीख रहे हैं, काम कर रहे हैं तो ठीक है। अदरवाइज ये है कि ज़ाहिर है, अगर इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है तो फिर फ़ायदा नहीं है ना पढ़ने का, ना पढ़ाने का फ़ायदा है।
नहीं, बेसिकली जब किसी पर प्रेशर पड़ता है ना, तो वो खुद ब खुद इंटरेस्टेड हो जाता है। मगर फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक बंदा इंटरेस्टेड है, प्रेशर नहीं पड़ता, तो वो कहता है नहीं मेरा अब ये काम है, चले
हाँ, ये है
देखा
कि
जाए।
अगर वो फिर रिक्वेस्ट करे तो फिर आपको दोबारा से ऐड कर लेना चाहिए। लेकिन ये है कि डिपेंड करता है कि ज़ाहिर है, नॉन सीरियस एटीट्यूड जो है ना वो कोई भी बर्दाश्त नहीं करता।
तो आपने खुद देखा दोनों ग्रुप का कंपैरिजन, तो बदकिस्मती से आप ऐसे ग्रुप में आए हैं जिसमें आप अकेले क्लास में होंगे।
सही सही।
मैं तो आपके सामने मैंने अभी बताया ना, मैंने 30 घंटे से ज़्यादा लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड किया है। मैं तो पढ़ाता हूँ, ऐसा नहीं कि कोई नहीं आता मैं नहीं पढ़ाता। मैं तो अपनी ज़िम्मेवारी निभाता हूँ ना। मैं खिदमत खल्क में यानी फ्री भी पढ़ाता हूँ, और अपनी तरफ से यानी मेरे ना नेट का इशू होता है, ना मेरा ये इशू होता है कि मैं नहीं पढ़ाऊँगा। मैं तो पढ़ाता हूँ, मैं तो अपना फ़र्ज़ अदा करता हूँ, कोई आता नहीं आता, वो तो उसका प्रॉब्लम है ना।
ऐसे ही सही बात है।
मैं तो दोनों में पढ़ाता हूँ ना, अगर कोई स्ट्रिक्ट रूल्स है जो भी हो ना, मैं अपना फ़र्ज़ अदा करता हूँ। मुझ पर डिपेंड नहीं करता। यानी जो भी आए ना, मुझे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता। मेरा जो काम है वो फ़र्ज़ मैं निभाऊँगा।
बिल्कुल ठीक है, बिल्कुल ठीक है।
ये नहीं कि फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल कोई नहीं आता, सिर्फ़ आप आते हैं तो मैं कहूँगा कि नहीं, ना आओ क्लास में, नहीं पढ़ूँगा। आप नहीं भी थे ना, आप खुद सोचे, तो मैं पढ़ाता था। मैंने आपको लेक्चर दिखाया ना, कितना काम करते थे, 3 घंटे ये, तो मैं पढ़ाता हूँ सही ना, ये बात याद रखिए। अगर आप ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि कोई नहीं आता तो सर नहीं पढ़ाएगा, तो ये गलत बात है।
सही सही।
आपको पता चल गया होगा इंटरव्यू से कि मेरा मिजाज कैसा है, यानी मैं नॉन सीरियस हूँ, यानी किस तरह मैं पढ़ाऊँगा, मैं नॉन सीरियस हूँ। आपको नहीं लग रहा होगा, 40 मिनट इतना इंटरव्यू लिया बड़ा।
नहीं नहीं, सही कह रहे हैं आप, ऐसे ही है।
तो आपका जो भी क्वेश्चन हो, आखिर में आप पूछिए ताकि हम सेशन को कंक्लूड करें। और मेरा तो इंटरव्यू आपके साथ बहुत अच्छा रहा।
थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू। नहीं, कोई ऐसा सवाल नहीं है।
बस फीडबैक दीजिए ताकि हम सेशन को क्लोज कर सकें।
ठीक है, ठीक है। ठीक है, थैंक यू सो मच। अल्लाह हाफिज़।
अल्लाह हाफिज़।